This thing's weird. What? 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 This is the cat. He's gonna help me vlog more. Yes, you are. You wanna know how? Because you do this. And then I can't do anything else. I can't move. I'm just stuck. Ain't this beautiful? So the suggestion that I've been having from friends is to make vlogs on how I cope with mental illness while being an adult. Stuff like that. I wanted to make them all fancy videos, but it's probably easier to do this. So I guess my first video will be on making videos while mentally ill. It's hard, especially if you don't like editing. I actually like editing. It's still hard. But, yeah, it's just projects when you're mentally ill take a lot more effort to complete, and often it doesn't look the same way. For instance, also, pardon my camera, but, like, I am holding this, as you can probably tell. Like, being able to have the energy to sit down and record yourself is a lot harder. Editing is a lot harder. Everything kind of has to be broken down into smaller and incomplete steps for me to be able to do them. Or it has to be something that I'm able to do all at once, like a recording like this. So even though I love the look of the recorded and finished videos, I wonder if I can, if I could switch the camera around. Yeah, let's do that. You guys can watch the cat while I talk. Okay, he's doing stuff with my mouth. I'll hold the camera like this. I can't see what it's capturing, but I will rest assured it's part of a cat. So what was I talking about? Yeah, energy and stuff. Oh, I'll usually have a to-do list. Oh, you leaving? Cool. So I usually have a to-do list. Just stuff like the fun stuff I want to do. And often I get none of it done. And that's just because the energy that you have when mentally ill is pretty variable. Like, I was actually pretty excited to go home and do like all of this stuff, and then I now want to do none of it, so instead I'm doing this. I'm procrastinating on one project by working on another, which is something that, like, use it to your advantage if you procrastinate. Like, if you procrastinate, I don't know, like, see, it's hard when it comes to trying to give advice in the context of school. Things are a lot easier now that I'm not in school, like now that I'm just in a full-time job. But if you're procrastinating on doing laundry, let's say, by doodling, you can start doodling maybe stuff that's for other projects that, like, it's still in concept mode. Like, say you've always wanted to do webcomics, so you can just, like, draw some webcomic stuff instead of doing your laundry. And then if you get tired of doing that, then you can procrastinate by doing something else, or actually go do your laundry. It depends. That's how I get most of my stuff done. I don't know why my voice did that, but most of the days I don't get anything done. Like, that's just sort of the reality that I have to accept. And I have to accept, well, I don't have to accept, but I've decided to accept that even if I didn't start a project until I was like 40 years old, it would still count. Like, it would still be a project. If I finished it when I was 100, it would still count. It doesn't all have to be done now. Patience is a really good trait to have, and it's kind of like the one thing that I have that I pride myself on. I'm just taking these off because screw that glare. But yeah, so patience is something that I have when it comes to most things. Some things I'm impatient about, specifically about when I'm feeling upset. But, yeah, so if you just kind of, it's sort of like learning to see the bigger picture, but it's also willing to turn the small picture into a big picture in the way that the small picture, even though it's small, might take as long as a big picture for you that is for someone else's big. I'm mixing non-existent metaphors, but basically what I'm saying is take your time and don't be hard on yourself for projects. Like, what I'm doing for my job is not what I want to be doing forever, and I have people ask me then why don't I like stop doing that and start doing the thing I want to do? And the problem is, and lots of people in my field have this problem, is that there's not really much time to do that other thing, to build up like a portfolio of sorts, in order to get into the other sort of job when you're already working a different job. So there's ways that people deal with that. Some people will take like some weeks off work and just work on their thing, which honestly I need to do, but I do it by just doing whatever I can when I have energy, no matter how small it is, and eventually it'll all build up into something, you know. Because I'm pretty happy where I am for now, but it's just not where I want to stay, but yeah. I guess that's all for that particular topic, though I do want to keep talking. So maybe I will record another vlog? Or I guess I can talk about why I'm doing this format. Or just like why the previous one failed. And that was just, my previous start failed because I wanted to do everything perfect and I didn't have the energy or time for it. So I could either, my options were I could make the time and energy by cutting out other stuff, but I didn't want to do that. Because starting projects is my favorite part. So I like starting a million projects and then switching them up. So what I decided to do instead is to get rid of my idea for what I wanted, especially since I have friends who want me to vlog about specific things, which is so nice. So there is a sort of demand that I can meet without meeting my own ridiculous demands, like needing to look nice and in makeup. I'm just like, I just got home, I'm like, I don't look that great. I don't sound that great either. I didn't really prepare my voice. But anyways. There, wait. This thing is strange white balancing. Poor neck. Yeah, what if I do like this? Oh god. Oh god. I am a sun. I'm glowing. I am radiant. Weird. Yeah, so there will take some time figuring stuff like this out. So I guess just doing something more casual rather than... Because I always want to appear perfect, and I want to appear very put together, but with all projects, that's not necessarily going to work to your advantage. Like, there's lots of vlogs of all sorts of types, and it's just like, I'm not really looking to, like, break into anything, like, become a huge vlogger, so I don't really need to worry about looking perfect and stuff. And most of the vloggers I really like don't worry about it either, and they're just awesome. So shout out to them. Friggin' Steph Signati, if that's how I pronounce your last name, I'm sorry. Holly Conrad does some, and Graveyard Girl. I mean, come on. And Princess Jules, I guess. What do I mean? I guess definitely. Yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about, but yeah, that's just a little short chat about doing projects. I doubt I said anything truly of substance, but you got to see my cat, so yeah. Well, bye. Have a good night, or morning, or I got a notification, sorry, or whatever it is that you're having. If it's not good, survive it, because it can be better next moment. You just have to survive this moment. Okay, bye!